up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. The amount of news over the past 24 hours has been ridiculous, but of course, I will do my best to cover everything. Firstly, the Marquee signing. Right now, Erling Haaland is the priority, but the operation looks very, very difficult, and I'll tell you why. And right now, the backup options are Mo Salah and Lewandowski. Secondly, on that right winger position, of course, Dembele and Adama Traore's future right now are very much in doubt, but Barcelona have reached an agreement with Raphinha on personal terms. He will join the club 100% this summer if Barcelona can reach an agreement with Leeds United, which of course will be difficult if they stay in the Premier League, but if they get relegated, I think 100% Raphinha is coming to Barcelona. And of course, with players coming in like the Marquee signing and Raphinha, players will have to leave. We have an update on all the exits: Coutinho, Trincao, Pjanic, Riqui Puig, Memphis, Luke, Martin Braithwaite, Mingueza, all of them. And finally, a contract renewal update on Ousmane Dembele, Sergio Roberto, Araujo, and Gavi as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. It'll be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player, of course, that we have been linked with is Erling Haaland, and we do have some more advancements about his possible arrival to Barcelona that most likely at this moment is very, very difficult. Javi Miguel from AS came out saying that Barcelona can pay Erling Haaland's release clause and salary, but the commission demand by his agent and father is a real worry. Unless their claims are lowered, it is impossible for Barcelona. Man City and Real Madrid are willing to pay that money, and that's why they are ahead of Barcelona in the race. Now you might be wondering, what are the commission fees? If it's so high that we can't afford it, what are they asking for? Javi Miguel came out saying that Barcelona have not ruled out the signing of Erling Haaland, but the club has already informed his entourage that they will not pay them 100 million euros in commission, 50 million for the dad and 50 million for Raiola. What the actual 100 million can get you Raphinha, Anthony, and Gaia/Grimaldo. You can get 3 top quality players in this squad for just the commission alone. I thought it was like 10 million for the dad, 20 for Raiola, or 30 for Raiola, 5 for the dad. What the hell is the dad doing to get 50 million euros? I don't blame. If this is the case, if this is why we cannot get Erling Haaland, I have no beef with Juan Laporta whatsoever. I do not blame him whatsoever. We're hearing a lot in the media. He's coming out doing interviews saying they will not put the club in a bad situation. It's too risky. And you could understand why. 100 million euros in just commission. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Now, Juan Martí came out doing an exclusive interview with Barca Buzz on Twitter, so credit to them. They came out saying that Barcelona are pessimistic about Haaland. They know their offer can't match Man City, and also Barcelona have to get many things in their favor to sign him by the time they get the CVC deal and all that sorted out, and maybe too late. It's not impossible, but very difficult. Of course, you gotta get the CVC deals, lease sponsor, all this stuff sorted out first to get that cash injected in straight away. But 100 million euros in commission, get this out of my face. I would not do this operation if it was 100 million euros in commission for his dad and the agent. 100% I would not do this. I know Haaland's a fantastic player. He fits the system absolutely perfectly, and he's the exact player that we need for this squad, but I wouldn't pay that. That is a ridiculous amount of money. That is just, it's just ridiculous. 100 million euros. You can go get, I mean, you can get 2 world-class players. You can get, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Mo Salah. You can get Mo Salah. We'll talk about Mo Salah and Lewandowski. You can get both those players for that 100 million euros. It doesn't make sense. Just for the commission. We're not talking about the release clause, the salary, just the commission. I don't know what the hell the dad is doing to earn this, man. This is Raiola 50. I mean, I don't agree, but I understand why he's asking for it. Okay. But the dad, what the hell is the dad doing? I mean, we'll wait and see. Looks like this deal now is falling short from Barcelona. We are looking at alternates now because the Erling Haaland deal looks a bit out of our reach right now financially. We'll wait and see. If it does not depend on the money, I think that Barcelona is one of the best options out there, maybe alongside Man City, definitely better than Real Madrid. But if it comes down to the money, of course Barcelona are not going to sign Haaland. Now, with the Erling Haaland deal being very complicated for Barcelona to complete, they are currently looking at alternate options, and right now the two leading candidates as that Marquee signing in the summer, without a shadow of a doubt, are Mo Salah and Lewandowski. Firstly, on Mo Salah, coming in from having Miguel from AES, he's come out saying if signing Haaland becomes impossible, Barcelona will do everything in their power to bring Salah. The Egyptian is highly rated by the technical secretary, and Xavi sees him as a missing piece in his attack. He would cost a total of around 80 to 90 million euros. Of course, his transfer fee, his salary, his agent commission as well will come around to I think more so 70, 75, maybe not more so 80 or 90, but nonetheless, I think Salah, I would go for Salah over Lewandowski, no doubt about that. I think Salah is the better player right now, fits the system a bit better as well, and also is a bit younger. But again, he wants 400k a week at Liverpool. He's not going to come to Barcelona and earn 200k a week. He'd rather do that at Liverpool. I keep saying that. So I think it depends on what we're going to offer him salary-wise. I think in terms of the transfer fee, the commission, that shouldn't be a problem, but depends on what he's asking for that weekly wage. And of course, he wants a long contract as well. This will be the final big contract of his career. He wants like a 4 or 5 year deal on 400k a week. On 400k a week, so that'll be very difficult. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But at the moment, no doubt Salah is plan B after Erling Haaland, but after Salah, plan C is definitely Lewandowski. Now, ODL from TV3, one of the best sources in Barcelona, he's come out with a big statement saying that Robert Lewandowski is more likely to join Barcelona at this current moment than Erling Haaland. He's come out saying that also that Bayern Munich have entered the race for Erling Haaland as well. They're willing to give the commission, the release clause, the salary, all that sort of stuff. So this could be now that Lewandowski is going to be leaving Bayern Munich. I'm not quite too sure, but there are reports coming out from Sport Italia, who are kind of close to Lewandowski's camp, come out saying that Barcelona and Lewandowski have reached an agreement in principle. Of course, that means on his contract, the salary, the years, the bonuses, all that sort of stuff. Nothing between Barcelona and Bayern Munich at this current moment, without a shadow of a doubt. To be honest, I don't really believe this report. I don't even think Lewandowski knows what he's going to be doing this summer. But again, we know the situation. He wants a contract renewal. If Bayern Munich will give it to him, he will stay. Otherwise, he will leave Bayern Munich this summer. And lastly, Juan Martí, again in that exclusive interview, came out saying that Robert Lewandowski is a real option for Barcelona. Many people at the club value his signing, even though he is not young. Mohammed Salahan is also an option, but I think it will be easier to sign Lewandowski. Now remember that both players have 1 year left on their contract this summer, but Mo Salah will be more expensive because he's the better player right now. He's younger, he's in the prime of his career. Lewandowski right now is, entering the end of the prime of his career. Who I'd rather have at Barcelona, I'd rather have Salah, but with the money wise, and you're considering what you have to pay for Mo Salah, 90 million just to get him out of Liverpool, and then 400k a week. Lewandowski probably take maybe 20, 30 million to get him out of Bayern Munich, and then he'll probably want around 200k a week. I mean, I can see why all these reliable journalists are saying that Lewandowski is more, feasible at the moment. It kind of makes sense, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, Erling Haaland's number 1, Mo Salah's number 2, and Lewandowski's number 3. The club will have to get one of these players in the summer because, of course, we need that Marquee signing in the summer to, bring up the shirt sales, bring us some incomes, revenues from marketing, all that sort of stuff. They have to make a big summer signing this summer. The question is, who will it be? But the forward at the moment who is the closest to joining Barcelona this summer is Raphinha from Leeds United. Now, Sport came out breaking this report, so credit to them. They came out saying that Barcelona and Raphinha have reached an agreement on personal terms. It will be a 5-year contract, and there is an agreement on his salary, and now Barcelona will have to negotiate with Leeds United. Raphinha is now starting to push for this move to happen in the summer. Mateo Moritz from Sky Sports came out back in that statement as well, saying agreement has been reached between Barcelona and Raphinha. It will be a 5-year contract. Barcelona have closed the salary terms with the Brazilian winger. So the contract has been agreed with Raphinha. His salary, bonuses, length of contract, all of that stuff has now been sorted. All we have to do now is come to an agreement with his current club, Leeds United. Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Raphinha's contract includes 2 release clauses, 75 million euros if Leeds stay in the Premier League and 25 million euros if they get relegated. That's why Barcelona are waiting to make their opening bid. Agreement on personal terms has been reached, confirmed by Romano. So We talked about a few days ago how apparently there was this 35 million euro bid. Not the case whatsoever. The club are waiting to see what happens with Leeds. If they get relegated, they'll activate the release clause and he'll come to Barcelona, no questions asked. If they stay in the Premier League, that's where the problem comes in, because of course Barcelona will not be paying 75 million euros for Raphinha. The max they will want to pay is around 30 million euros. And Sport came out saying that Leeds United are interested in Oscar Mingueza, who is having very few minutes at Barcelona under Xavi. Mingueza can be used by Barcelona as a bargaining chip to bring Raphinha's transfer fee down. So what we're hearing at the moment is, of course, Raphinha will only come to Barcelona if Ousmane Dembele or Adama Traore leaves. One of them have to leave for Raphinha to come in. If they both stay, Raphinha's not coming. But the club don't want to spend too much. They want to spend around 20 to 25 million euros. Of course, his release clause if they get relegated. If they stay up, they will include players in the deal to bring the price down. So we could offer 25 million euros plus also Mingueza for Raphinha. The question is, will Leeds accept that? Probably not, to be honest. I think they probably want around 30 to 40 million euros plus Mingueza. But the most important thing is that the club will use some players in this deal in order to bring the price down. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Again, all depends on whether or not Leeds stay in the Premier League or not. But we have agreed personal terms with Raphinha, 100% confirmed. Now, another player who Barcelona have offered a contract to over the past few weeks and could join at any given moment because he's a free agent is Noussair Mazraoui, the right back from Ajax. Miguel from AS came out saying that Barcelona would sign Mazraoui if they are unable to sign Azpilicueta or if Des leaves the club this summer. Now, with the Erling Haaland deal looking very, very complicated, of course, Mazraoui was going to be a favorite for Miralem. The question is, will we still do this deal or will we give up on it? Of course, Azpilicueta's deal still looks difficult. Des is playing well. Do we sell him or not? What will happen with Dani Alves? It's all in the air right now, but no doubt we are still in talks and keeping connections up with Mazraoui. Now, Blind, of course, one of the best sources in Germany, they've come out saying that Noussair Mazraoui is on Barcelona's list, but Barcelona knows that Bayern make interest in the Moroccan and say that everything is still open. Bayern have high hopes of being able to sign him, but Barcelona are still leading the race. So of course Bayern Munich need a right back. Their only right back right now is Pavard, who's naturally more so a center back or a right side center back in a back three. So they need a natural right back, and of course Mazraoui checks all their boxes. The question is, what will Mazraoui decide? I think if he decides Barcelona, I think that means Des or maybe Dani Alves will leave. I cannot see him coming to Barcelona and being the third choice left back or in a right back battle with three people. If he goes to Bayern Munich, he'll be the starter. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, the deal not being complicated. I don't think Barcelona are pushing it too much with the complication of the Erling Haaland deal. We'll have to wait and see, but Barcelona are still leading the race for his signature. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. And there have been quite a bit. So what we're going to do, of course, is do it in a quick fire fashion. Firstly, on Philippe Coutinho, coming in from Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona believe that Philippe Coutinho will do his part and reduce his salary in order to leave permanently this summer. Philippe considers returning to England as a great decision, and Steven Gerrard wants to sign him for 40 million euros, and Arsenal and Tottenham are also interested as well. So again, for Coutinho to go to, Aston Villa and stay there permanently, he has to reduce his salary a bit more. Of course, he reduced it 60% from now until the January. He has to do a bit more as well as stay at Aston Villa. Looks like he will do so, and it does look like whatever club will get Coutinho this summer will be paying that 40 million euros. Absolutely fantastic, but of course, it's not done yet. Still in talks, but it looks very good at the moment. Another player out on loan who we've not talked about in a freaking long time is Miralem Pjanic. Remember him? I completely forgot about him until I saw this, but he's back in the news again, coming in from Gabriel Sanz Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Xavi considers Miralem Pjanic a player of great quality, but is not in the coach's plans. Besiktas would like to have him, but his salary and a possible transfer fee will be an issue. Galatasaray seem to be interested, but Barcelona sources denied that. So Pjanic does not want to stay at Barcelona. Xavi thinks he's a good player, but not part of the squad, of course. I think we could see a termination of contract here or a letter of freedom. I think Pjanic could leave the club this summer on a free deal with him going out and playing regular football. He does not want to come back to Barcelona and just be a squad player. He will not get in the squad list unless we have a massive injury crisis. He will not play for Barcelona, and of course, he will take up his squad number as well. So we could pay him off and let him go for free. Oh, let's hope that Besiktas can offer us something. I'll take 5 million euros for him. I honestly would. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But of course, Miralem Pjanic is not in the future of Barcelona's plans. The question is, how will he leave and how much money will Barcelona get for him this summer? Another midfielder at Barcelona who could be leaving the club this summer is Riqui Puig. Luis Araujo from Marquee came out saying that Riqui Puig will meet with the club at the end of the season to make a final decision about his future. Puig's dream is to succeed. Riqui Puig's dream is to succeed at Barcelona, but he wants to play more minutes. Completely understandable. Remember, Riqui Puig has 1 year left on his contract, so if he goes out on loan, he has to sign a contract renewal, because of course, he goes out on loan for one more season, he'll come back as a free agent. That makes no sense whatsoever. So there is going to be a loan for Riqui Puig this summer. He has to sign a 1 year contract renewal, otherwise we could be looking at using him in an operation with Raphinha to Leeds, with Adama to Wolves, or maybe just even selling him in general. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but again, Riqui Puig's future does not look like it will be in Barcelona next season. Now in the attack, of course, the attacks that have a lot of shakeup. Firstly, of course, is Memphis Depay. Gabriel Sanz Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Memphis Depay's contract ends in 2023 and Barcelona will have to make a decision this summer. They will work on it calmly. Memphis is happy at Barcelona, but will study his situation in the summer. Many clubs, especially from England and Italy, are interested. So I think Memphis' future at Barcelona depends a lot on who will be the marquee signing this summer. If it's Haaland, there'll be Haaland and Aubameyang as the strikers and Memphis will leave. If it's Lewandowski, it'll be Lua and of course Oba and Memphis will leave. If it's Salah, I think he could still stay. He could be that number 9 with Oba and himself, and Salah can be on the right wing and of course a striker as well. But again, Memphis, we got him in for free, so if we sell him for any kind of money this summer, it's a bonus for Barcelona. I think right now the club are going to be asking for around 30 million euros for him. I think his future will be in the air until the end of the summer. Until the point that the summer ends, his future will be all over the place. I'm not quite too sure what will happen. I think it's a complete 50-50 whether or not he stays at Barcelona or not. If he does stay, I think the club will look to renew his contract, because of course, next summer he will be for free. So again, another contract renewal to worry about. But we'll wait and see. Again, his future is just too much in the air right now to even make a determination whatsoever. But I do believe whoever that marquee signing this summer for Barcelona will be will definitely have an impact on Memphis Depay's future. Now, of course, there are other attackers who will leave the club this summer. Sport came out saying that Barcelona did not rule out the selling of Memphis Depay this summer. And Barcelona will also try to find a new club for Martin Braithwaite, who must leave if he wants to play at the World Cup in November/December. And Luke de Jong's future remains uncertain. Now, with Luke de Jong, I think Xavi would not mind to have him as that third option, just off the bench in a couple of games, you know, against Osasuna or Elche at home or away, get that header in the last second. I think he could be an option. Of course, he'll be dirt cheap. The question is, will the club risk it? Of course, I think he's 33, 32 years old. He's coming to the end of his career. He wants to be a starter. I think Luke, he has some chances along with Memphis Depay. I think Martin Braithwaite, 1000% is done. He'll be out the door. Goatweight will come to an end this summer. I think the big question is around Memphis Depay, but also Luke de Jong. I think he can have that chance to stay at Barcelona as well. We'll have to wait and see, but there will be some attackers leaving Barcelona this summer. Now, a problem that Barcelona will have in the summer that has gone a bit under the radar is the goalkeeper situation. Of course, the big question is who will be the backup for Marc-Andre ter Stegen next season. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that as of right now, Barcelona plan to have Iñaki Peña as ter Stegen's deputy next season and Arnau Tanez as the third choice goalkeeper. Peña has earned the place with his performances, and Barcelona do not want to spend money in signing a new goalkeeper, which of course means that Neto will leave the club this summer. Barcelona want to sell Neto and save his salary. They will look for a satisfactory exit for all parties. Neto wants to leave the club to have regular minutes, but his high wages are an obstacle for any move. No club can match those numbers. So of course Neto earns around 100-120k per week at Barcelona. No club in the whole entire earth wants to pay that for Neto, so he will have to make a sacrifice along with Barcelona in order to get rid of him this summer, which of course looks very, very, very likely. And of course, Marc-Andre ter Stegen will stay. Fernando Polo came out saying that Marc-Andre ter Stegen has the unconditional support of Coach Xavi, and recently his performances are also improving. So of course, 1000% Marc-Andre ter Stegen will be here next season. The question is, who will be his backup? Will it be Iñaki Peña? Will it be Neto? Will it be another goalkeeper? Hell, could it even been Arnau Tenas? We'll have to wait and see, but most likely it will be Iñaki Peña because of course the club do not want to spend any money on buying a new goalkeeper this summer. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Sergio Roberto, first coming in from Juan Martí from that exclusive interview, he's come out saying that for the moment Barcelona are not willing to make any proposal to Sergio Roberto. It seems very likely that he will leave the club in the summer. So again, no talks with Roberto whatsoever, and he is indeed set to leave the club as a free agent. The question now is, where is he going to go? Well, Les Sport 2 came out saying that Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, and Real Betis are all interested in Sergio Roberto. He will not continue at Barcelona this summer. Now, of course, Juan Martí already came out saying that Atletico Madrid are not in the race, but Sevilla and Betis are two very, very interesting destinations for Roberto. We'll have to wait and see. But with Barcelona already signing Franquese for the midfield, it is very, very likely that Roberto will leave the club this summer. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Firstly coming in for Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona's last offer for Dembele has expired. If he wants to continue, his agent has to contact Barcelona and adapt to the club's salary. As of now, he has not moved, and Barcelona assumes that he has better offers. They don't want to pay him any premium. So again, same situation with Ousmane Dembele. If he wants to stay, he has to go back to that original contract that Barcelona offered him. If not, he will leave the club this summer. And Juan Martí also came out saying that money is the only problem between Barcelona and Ousmane Dembele. The player is happier than ever with Xavi, his management team, and of course with his teammates. There have been new meetings, but finding an agreement is extremely complicated. The two parties are very far on financials, and he said there's around 20% chance that Ousmane Dembele will stay at Barcelona. I think that's a bit generous. I'm thinking 99% he's out the door. He's saying 20% there could be a chance that he could stay, but I can't see it happening. Again, he has to go back to that original contract, which he will not do categorically. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, Juan Laporta mentioned in one of his interviews over the past few days saying that, look, I expect to talk to Ousmane Dembele during the final days of June, but other than that, I can't really predict anything else. We'll have to wait and see. Very, very unlikely, but still possible. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of both Ronald Araujo and Pablo Gavi. Firstly, on Araujo coming in from Mundo Deportivo, they've come out saying that Barcelona and Araujo's agent will meet very soon with good predispositions to reach an agreement. Araujo only wants to stay at Barcelona. He does not want the club to match the offers from England, but wants to be valued. Now, that's a very big step from the player. He's saying, look, I don't want the 8 million per year that I'm getting offered by United and Arsenal. I just want to be valued. So that's a big statement from the player. The question now is, what will the club do? Mundo Deportivo also came out saying that Barcelona have made Araujo and Gavi see that they cannot extend certain limits now, but will give them better contracts once Barcelona's financial situation further recovers. Barcelona have maximum confidence that they will stay, and also the two players want to stay as well. So apparently Barcelona have told Gavi and Araujo, look, these are the numbers of the club right now. This is the most we can give you, and that's it. Like, here are the numbers right here, right in front of your faces. We cannot give you more than this number right here. Apparently that's what happened, and to be honest, I respect the honesty from the club. But finally, Juan Martí came out saying that I believe that both Araujo and Gavi will extend their contracts. Everything is part of the talks and the business that each party is defending their interests. I believe the club will make a bit more effort and then they will accept it. And for the moment, of course, Gavi's renewal is definitely closer than Araujo. So in the end, the club will give a little bit and the players will give a little bit as well. Just like Fernando Polo said a few days ago, in the end, if they both want to stay, and of course the club wants to keep both these two players, they both have to give up a little bit, the club and the players side as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but the optimism has risen a lot at Barcelona over the past 24 hours, and the feelings is that Gavi and Araujo will both extend their contracts soon. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, coming in from Luis Rojo from Marquee, he's come out saying that Barcelona will meet with Sergio Busquets, Gerard Piqué, and Jordi Alba at the end of the season to discuss another salary reduction for next season. Now, a couple of things. Firstly, notice how Roberto is not included in those captains. Again, most likely 99.9% he will leave the club this summer as a free agent, but this will be another problem. Of course, it took us, what, 4 freaking months to reduce their salaries, and of course Messi left because of that. It's going to be difficult. I think Jordi Alba, Busquets, Piqué don't really want to reduce their salary any much further than they already have, but of course it needs to be done to bring more players in, to reduce the wage cap at Barcelona and the salary mass as well. I think in the end, Piqué will do it. I think Busquets will do it. I think the real problem maybe be Jordi Alba, but maybe he's changed now. He's loved the club. You know, he's performing well. He may do it quickly, but we'll wait and see. But the plan is, again, to reduce the wages of the captains. Now, the main reason why Laporta will ask the captains for another wage cut is that right now, the salary mass of Barcelona or / the financial fair play regulations is a big concern at the club. Samuel Marsden and Moses Malloris from ESPN came out saying that firstly, Barcelona have finalized the agreement to sign Franck Kessie and Christensen, but as of right now, they cannot register them. They are working to reduce the wage bill and increase the revenue, and are optimistic about having a far better situation next season. So as of this current moment, Franck Kessie and Christensen cannot be registered at Barcelona, and the club is working hard in order to resolve that situation. And also Xavi Lemos from TV3 came out saying that right now it is very difficult for Barcelona to sign high-profile players like Erling Haaland, Lewandowski, or Salah due to the delicate economic situation. Only a dramatic increase in revenue or departure of highest-paid players would change the situation. Now, of course, Coutinho will leave the club this summer, Pjanic as well, Trincao could leave, Mingueza, Otiti. There are going to be departures, of course. Luke de Jong, Braithwaite, maybe Memphis Depay, he's earning around 100k a week as well, could leave the club. So some of the highest paid players at Barcelona will leave the club this summer. Of course, Griezmann, hopefully Atletico Madrid will buy him this summer and not next summer to make our lives easier as well. So that will happen, and also the revenue will be increased as well. Spotify's already done, the back of the shirt as well as done, and now we are focused on the CVC deal. Sport came out saying that Barcelona are close to agreeing the CVC deal worth around 300 million euros and also selling 49% stakes of Barca Studio. Laporta inherited the club in sporting and economic crises. Sportingly, Barcelona have already shown great signs of improvement. Economically, it's still up next. So again, the club has improved, the squad has improved, but financially, the books have not quite improved quite yet. But of course, he is working on that. CVC will help a lot. Selling the Barcelona stakes as well will help a lot. And also another avenue of revenue as well is this league sponsor for next season. Samuel Marsden and Moses Malloris from ESPN came out saying that Barcelona are in talks with an American cryptocurrency company to sponsor the shirt sleeve and potentially help them create their own digital currency. Barcelona hope the deal will be worth around 13 to 15 million euros plus variables annually. So at this current moment, here's where we're at. Of course, Spotify is done. The back of the shirt, that UNHCR, whatever that is, that's done as well. Sleeve sponsor in talks. CVC deal almost done. Selling the Barcelona stakes as well for Barca Studios is almost done as well. So the money is slowly but surely creeping in. It's still taking some time, of course, because these operations are difficult, but in the end, they will all get done, and the salary and the wage mash should automatically resolve itself with, of course, that cash injection and big players leaving from the wage bill as well, like Coutinho, Griezmann, and Pjanic. Now, also, the one last revenue that Barcelona will have this summer is tours. The amount of tours we are doing this summer is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to, you know, Australia, we're going to LA, we're going all over the place. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona will go on a mini tour to Australia at the end of May to play 2 friendly matches, one of them being against Atletico Madrid and the other ones being against the All-Stars for the Australia League's best players. So we got a tour at the end of May. We're going in June to LA. July, we're going somewhere else. And of course, in August, we'll have the Joan Gamper Trophy. So a lot of games coming up for Barcelona in preseason, and that's why the club want to have all those signings done by around the end of June. That way, when we have those, you know, 3 other traveling for preseasons, those players can be there. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, a lot of revenues coming in from Barcelona, but the main thing is it will take some time. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, an injury update on Ansu Fati. Esport 3 came out saying that Ansu Fati has returned to Barcelona from Madrid for the final stretch of his recovery. He will start training with the group today. If nothing goes wrong, he could be back around mid-April after the second leg against Eintracht Frankfurt in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. So Ansu Fati is slowly but surely coming back, and also Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out back in that statement as well, saying Ansu Fati will undergo an MRI scan today, and if the results are positive, he will join the training session today as well. So keep your eyes on that. He is expected to return after the first leg against Eintracht Frankfurt, but of course he'll be on the bench for at least the first 3 games, and then he'll start a game as well. So Ansu Fati is coming back, absolutely fantastic news. And also Alejandro Balde has received the medical green light as well, so he's back as well. Roberto's coming back very soon, but there is one massive, and I mean massive, injury boost for Barcelona. Samuel Umtiti is coming back. Marquee have come out saying that Samuel Umtiti is expected to receive the medical green light in 3 weeks. So Ansu Fati and Samuel Umtiti will come back around the same time. Of course, Ansu Fati is irrelevant. Samuel Umtiti is the massive injury boost. Put him in at center back alongside Gerard Piqué, and we will win the Europa League and La Liga. Of course, I'm just joking. He probably won't play again for Barcelona this season, but of course, the main one is Ansu Fati. He will be back hopefully by the end of next month. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly about that Marquee signing coming in the summer. If you were the Barcelona board, who would you sign? Lewandowski, Salah, or Erling Haaland? Secondly, on Raphinha, would you sign him or not, or would you rather keep Dembele and Adama Traore? Thirdly, on those exits, Coutinho, Pjanic, Riqui Puig, Luke de Jong, Braithwaite, Mingueza, all of them. Who do you think will leave the club this summer, and what do you hope to get out of them? Just let them go free transfers, loans, or do you want to get a transfer fee out of them? And finally, on the contract renewal of Araujo and Gavi, do you think they will happen or not? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.